Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I got a whole week off. I do wait. Are you nuts? Well, you know why? Because you fucking grabbed 20%.
How we know she's in the shower? She can't get out of her.
I don't know. The rat must got in.
Lucky.
Leave that video up that I'm recording. Why? Good, I'm recording it. Turn it off. I'm there. I did open our tab. Fuck.
What are you taking in now?
What?
What you taking in there?
That thing is, you watch him and tell me it doesn't want it. How do you call it, Jerry?
He tried to eat us, but he didn't eat it.
It's a dog that looks like he's mauled his own. We need to document his injuries. Is this pre-mortem injuries or these post-mortem injuries? I've had cases where dogs have hit people. And then I've had cases where dogs have eaten their owners after they died. And when you look closely, those scratch marks, some are clearly post-mortem, but some of them are red and raw, and it could be just about the time he died. And he's got some bruising on his arm. He's got some other minor bruising on the body. And bruising of the eyelids. And I'm not sure that's from the dog or if that's from the altercation, from this angry neighbor. Let me see his mouth first.
I couldn't do that over there.
Next, Dr. G closely examining inside of Roy's mouth, a part of the body that
Well, the girl I was finding.
alcohol-related death.
For us to figure out if you guys
Oh,
really
she's hard.
He's throwing up
look for evidence of seizure. Oftentimes they bite their tongue. Is there blood? Is there trauma? But there's really none of that.
But right away, another unusual detail catches her eye.
Oh, man, really bad. He doesn't have any teeth. I don't think he's got one in his mouth. The gums I've eroded down. I mean, there's really little gum tissue or even bone left. It is not uncommon to see deceased with no teeth. If you don't take care of them, they're going to fall out. What else we got going on here? There's really no other clues that would help me narrow down my hypothesis on why he died. And we still need a cause of death on this guy. We're not going to know the answer until I look on the inside.
That's okay.
I do my wide incision and look at the chest muscles to see if there's any blows to the chest. But I don't see any. I open the abdomen. I don't see any free blood. You notice there's no blood and there's nothing in there. You can pretty much rule out that the dog did anything to him. All of those external scratch marks and bites were most likely post-mortem or at the time that he was dying. It makes really no sense why he was scratching him so, but it certainly did not cause his death.
But while Roy's dog has been ruled out as a suspect, foul play has not.
Next, we look very carefully for any other types of trauma. I don't see gunshot wound. I don't see stab wound. We don't see any other trauma. There's no free blood in the belly. I see no major trauma.
Next, Dr. G draws fluids to send to the lab for analysis.
Alright, talks are getting me.
The results could reveal a fatal overdose of medication or an alcohol-related death.
Toxicology can be the key to this case.
Then she begins looking at his organs one by one. His history of chronic alcoholism, her first stop is the liver.
Still waiting for that nice peek of his liver. What are they? A healthy liver is kind of a brownish, almost mahogany look. So it has a very sharp edge, but this liver is rounded and it's fatty.
That is one nasty looking liver.
It is a liver of a chronic alcoholic.
Oh, wow. That's nasty.
His liver was bad, but it didn't look really bad enough to kill him. It probably at this point is not his cause of death.
No closer to an answer,
Yeah.
Dr. G switches gears to examine the organs in Roy's chest cavity.
So first I removed the lungs.
Look at that. That's terrible.
He clearly has emphysema,
Look at that black in his lungs.
but I don't see anything acute, recent going on in his lungs.
Yeah.
To my eye, they don't look like they killed him today. Now, if he'd have continued smoking, if he had lived, those lungs could have really been his cause of death down the road.
Dr. G then turns her attention to the 61-year-old's heart.
Nice day.
On first glance, it appears healthy, but you'll have to dissect and examine each valve and chamber to find out for sure.
So right off the bat, I got the heart,
Not looking good.
and lo and behold, I see
Oh, my God.
evidence of a heart attack.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I really think I've got the smoking gun, but when I cut the heart muscle, it's not acute. It just didn't happen right before he died. So this heart attack happened about a week ago. Oh, some people can have heart attacks and they didn't even know they had it. Although it happened 7 to 10 days ago, it's very critical because that heart is very sensitive.
In fact, any added stress on Roy's heart could have caused a fatal arrhythmia at any time.
He was a ticking time bomb. And he did have an altercation with that neighbor. At this point, I think I have my answer. He probably died from arrhythmia.
But unlike Roy's minor heart attack, an arrhythmia leaves no trace evidence in the body. He will first have to rule out everything else. And there's one last place to look.
So I have to finish the autopsy and look at the neck. Did that neighbor choke him? Did he strangle him? So we reflect the skin up off of those neck muscles.
I'm looking for trauma. That's what I'm doing today.
And then we layer by layer, we look at those muscles to see if there's any hemorrhage. No hemorrhage. He has no evidence of any kind of strangulation.
But what she sees next
Oh, look at that.
takes her completely aback.
I've never seen it before.
What? Oh, my gosh.
I couldn't even believe my eyes.
When cold and flu hold you back, try TheraFlu Express Max, now in new caplet form. It's the only cold and flu cap.
Well, no, maybe.
And they're playing the game.
Man. Good God.
It's your kids.
That's your Noah. No. That's not right. Vô trò hay rồi. Rồi. Vô trò hay rồi. Đây đã gặp cái cab.
Mommy, no Sheena, you know that.
Yeah, we're gonna take it home.
No Sheena.
Shut up, that's fucking. Yeah.
Has just uncovered one of the strangest findings of her over 20-year career.
Lo and behold, I'm shocked. Oh, I've never seen it.
Deep inside the larynx of 61-year-old Roy Beretsky,
Y'all better have fun too.
No, they don't.
dentures.
They're in his larynx. Alright.
His dentures are impacting on the vocal cords and partially going through them. I was totally surprised. I didn't know the guy had dentures. His gums are just, so I know a lot about this case, and I don't think I have the answer yet. We know he's got a very bad heart that could have killed him at any time. But we also know that he has got dentures down in his larynx.
And the unusual finding notwithstanding, it's still unclear if the dentures played a role in Roy's death, or how they got 3 inches down his throat in the first place.
I don't know what's going on. So I think Fox is going to play it.
There you go, sir.
Yes, it is.
This is no Sheena.
Shut up, let go.
Hey, you can give him his medicine.
Yes, I do.
3 weeks later,
She got me a yellow
report
one.
finally arrived from Woodstock Toxicology Lab.
A what?
A yellow one.
I'm hoping I
Yellow.
And as her eyes scan down the page, one unexpected detail jumps out at her.
That's a new one I just gave him.
And with this last clue
That
at
part
hand,
yellow.
Dr. G can finally replay the chain of events that led to Roy's sudden death.
So I think that puts all the pieces of the puzzle together. I think we know what killed him.
Roy Beretsky has had a tough couple of years since the death of his wife. He's suffering from severe depression, and his chronic alcoholism has been spiraling out of control.
I think depression plays a huge part in many alcoholics, in people who just stop taking care of themselves.
Recently, the 61-year-old's been trying to get his life back on track.
He said he wanted to get off of alcohol. He spent about 3 weeks in rehab. He was detoxed.
But Roy isn't able to stay sober for long. And eventually, he slides back into old habits. On a Friday evening, several neighbors gather at his house for a night of hard drinking.
There's a lot of drinking. These guys are extremely drunk.
Roy and one of his neighbors begin arguing, and the party soon breaks up. But Roy doesn't stop drinking.
I was actually very surprised just how drunk he was. His level was just about a 0.5. Most people would die in and of itself with a 0.5. But for drinkers that have been going at it for years and years and years, it's not uncommon, but you're on that edge of death.
Alcohol.
With his blood alcohol rising, it isn't long before Roy passes out on the bed.
While he's intoxicated, his denture becomes loose because his bone is eroded. The dentures are old, they didn't fit well at all, and they slip off, and they slip down into his throat. Normally, we would have a gag reflex. We would try to cough that up immediately. He doesn't have that. That is all blunted because of the alcohol. You've decreased your central nervous system to the point where you can't even coordinate your swallowing. That's why people choke. That's what makes it easy for them.
Alcohol. That's what she
Yeah,
said.
but that's not what killed him. He suffocated.
They occlude his airway. He's
Oh, and,
having difficulty.
We know who gave North Korea nuclear weapons. No.
And with a heart already
Back when President Clinton was president.
This scenario is a
He gave
recipe for disaster.
He's not getting enough oxygen into his lungs, and the heart that's already so sick.
Do something with that thing.
Increase in oxygenation would have put it over the edge.
Here's how I do.
The 61-year-old
Go to your,
Well, Tabby said we was in Fairview Heights and him and his girlfriend were blocking traffic down there.
I heard.
Dr. G can now officially rule on a cause of death. But one question remains. What about the dog scratches?
He was just furiously scratching at his master. Why was the dog doing this?
Did they wake him up?
It's a rare
He did.
cancer linked to asbestos.
No,
This
that's
disease
early. You had to go
remains
find him. Find him. They could do them.
Go ahead. Joey Ballard to a Mark Wheat to Kenny out of Cokia on a red 2011 Chevrolet pickup. The subject's got the attached 27 south.
It's a red gas thing. Check.
Yeah, Nate. That horse.
That boy could eat them, boy.
I'm probably got a hide.
Northbound
Oh.
95, the blue Chevrolet.
He's in the hot thing.
Nebraska, Sandy Davis v. Victor, 096.
Hot, do you just want something?
No, I don't.
I won't want some hot chicken.
No, fuck you. Still remember that day too. That
I
sucked.
thought it was just me.
I took a bite of that.
I ate it, but
had two normal ones, and now I'm sitting there. I get my third one, and I go. I'm like, ah!
what the fuck, dude?
Thought the bitch sprayed bug spray on it or something. Won't put nothing past, but I might I threw that son of a bitch away. I was like, no, something's wrong with it.
Yeah, you were doing this.
Number 17-073.
Tillerson went to Beijing.
That's the capital of China. Well, actually, there is no capital of China or Taiwan. But he said in the press conference, diplomats are over. Military action is the only thing we have left. And he told Trump, hit him first. Don't let them fire a missile. Hit them first.
You can't, it's convulsive.
No, China said go for it. They will not stand in the United States' way no more. North Korea's causing a lot of problems for all them damn countries over there. But Tillerson also said we'll cut food off to the North Korean people.
Well, we were feeding them.
Yeah, now he's cutting it off. He said the motherfuckers can starve. They better warn them to overthrow their leader, or they can die.
Especially the man you want to see.
Nah, he wants his cheese, and he can't get it in.
Let me tell you what happened.
The dog wanted cheese. I was wondering where them were. Fat ass gotta have it next to you.
The bizarre case of Roy Williams.
740 November Road, out of Belleville, on a light set.
Aspirate boluses of food, pieces of steak, even a lot of paper towel. But I've never seen anybody aspirate their own.
But there's still one piece of the puzzle that's been left unsolved. Behind was Roy's body covered in dog scratches and bites.
Why was the dog doing this?
It's a perplexing question, but after re-examining all the findings, Dr. G comes to another surprising conclusion.
I actually was dead wrong from the beginning. I really thought that dog might have played a role in his death, or at the very least, was trying to eat that fellow. I was wrong. I really think that dog was trying to save his life. I think the dog saw that he was in distress.
Chad, you CPR?
No, he tried to wake him up.
Probably scratching at his master to try to help him out. I guess he's forgotten his CPR.
I told you. CPR.
I guess he's not that wrong, but I thought he was. Maybe dogs are not.
I personally take a lot away from this case. So the lesson is, it may appear to be one thing at the scene, but you never know until Dr. G completes the autopsy and gives us the full, final answer.
Dr. G is always excited about solving a mystery. And while her next case promises to be just that, it's one that she'd just as soon never see in the morgue.
Kid.
I don't think Mary can
Kid.
It's a really difficult autopsy. We wish we could bring the baby back. We can't. We can just diagnose. So that's why we have to do an autopsy. As with all the 4-month-old, it's our job then to figure out what happened and give the family
Oh, never.
God damn, Dad.
Never.
It's late
Don't
September
bite.
in Orlando, Florida,
Could be a stick.
and Whitney Matthews is
Yeah, that's a
enjoying
nigger.
company at home with her daughter Lanaya.
I had a little routine that I
It looks like you sent Rose having a party again last night. Time to start shooting again, everybody.
To put that CD on with the classical music. And I rocked her a little bit. Once her eyes start to close, I lay her down. And then I lay down myself around 11:30.
But Whitney could have never imagined that within just a few hours, her seemingly ordinary day would turn into a mother's worst nightmare.
Woke up close to 3 o'clock in the morning, came back to check on her, and I noticed she wasn't breathing. I was like, maybe the dark's playing tricks on my eyes.
Panicked, Whitney immediately dials 911. Her next call is to the baby's father, Jefferson.
So I rushed over and we just was trying to do CPR, trying to just do anything possible.
Paramedics arrive just seconds behind him and attempt to resuscitate the 4-month-old.
Just like I'm a lot of emotions going through your head. They're trying to save my child's life right now.
They perform CPR for over an hour, but it's too late.
There was nothing more they could do. That was like one of the worst feelings I ever had in my life.
In just the blink of an eye, Lanaya's life is cut
You're not
tragically short.
transport the baby
And
to
her
the
heartbroken
hospital.
parents
Sitting there
are
for an
struggling
hour.
to make sense of the loss.
you go into having a child thinking you
Trying to get the old ticker to work,
It
brother.
don't matter. You gonna get 15, 20 minutes, you get to the hospital.
Mine was a happy baby.
CPR don't save lives.
She's very happy. It was hard to
As the
accept,
teacher said,
but she passed
CPR
away.
ain't work.
It was unexpected. There weren't any warning signs.
But he doesn't say that, he doesn't, when he's at the church teaching CPR, he doesn't tell church people that. He tells them that's the best thing ever. But he's telling us it ain't worth shit. That's only until the AED takes over.
Some have no other baby.
Yep, they can.
No, they don't.
You put it on the back. You want me to get the book?
Don't have little baby shortcuts.
No, use the adult size one. Put one on the back and one on the chest.
Tim down.
No!
Before check.
I use a PhDs myself.
I get the book out. We ain't trained to use ADD on fucking babies.
No, no.
Yes, you do.
Well, maybe a plastic baby.
No, he's done it on babies.
You gonna name that nigga for the deal.
Well, I would.
He's got every fucking got more degrees than you have.
Not no more than I do. I got LDs, PDs, CDL, dry Ds.
Motherfucker, you don't got no degree.
HPs, AD, CBB.
Only degree you got is other degree.
Besides my sexy fucking bod.
They're fucking stupid.
Yeah. But I'm fucking sexy.
Now, who the fuck told you that?
Right now.
All right,
Put two right in there.
2504 Grand Avenue in Granite City on a civil 2007 utility. What's the location?
Oh, just say it is the way.
I'm gonna kick him in the balls.
Reason.
When home alone, an emergency can be
I need to get this for Dad.
However, with any of Life Alert's 3 emergency systems, help can be
Well, not
Tell my Donnie, Miss Donnie there.
What?
Miss Donnie.
Oh,
in the back.
No, we don't need that one. We should give him this one.
last week when I was out there over there working, I left bags on the back patio.
Yeah.
And Putin, the Russian president, said something about the new world order that Western media won't care. No. I left bags on the back patio, so they'd be there in case they wasn't home or something. Like that Monday when it was supposed to rain and shit, and I said, whatever. But she told her husband, said, well, just leave it there. I'll go get it another while. He was on something on the computer or something. And next thing you know, they have the door shut in the garage. And about 2 or 3 minutes later, he hears, oh! He goes outside. Why she come from the opposite side of the house? So she did, and when she go across the yard, like, there's brick on either side. Well, it's got hostage in the center of it, next to the driveway. Well, she fell over him, broke her arm. He said, I told you not to move. I told you not to even go out there. Oh, it was going rain. He said, I don't care. Will you go to the fucking house to shut up? I said, motherfuck, dude. I said, what do you think you are? You a young kid or something?
314-799-1820. Good day, 314.
I was about to say, Dad, where's your phone at?
Terry Minor.
I thought they called. It was like almost your number, just the last 2 digits weren't. It was 02 instead of 08. I was like, Dad, what the fuck?
The District 9 morgue has just received the tiny body of baby Lanaya Delva.
This is a 4-month-old baby that died suddenly and unexpectedly. Is really devastating.
Uh-oh.
She's not feet off man.
No, something's gonna go down. She's gonna slap her.
But she's
That bitch must have touched
You
you.
just want to know what really happened.
I really have to figure out what killed Miss John, so I can at least kind of help the family along to help understand this.
Dr. G begins by reviewing Lanaya's medical history, hoping to glean any information that could shed light on the infant's sudden death.
The medical history is that the baby's had a cold the past couple days, but nothing major, has sniffles. If that plays a role, I doubt it. I'm really not too worried about it.
However, reading further, she does spot something of note. Lanaya was born with sickle cell disease.
Sickle cell disease affects 70,000 people in the United States and millions worldwide.
Sickle cell disease is a genetic abnormality of the body's red blood cells.
It causes just a slight variation in the hemoglobin molecule, the molecule inside the red blood cells that carry the oxygen. Normally, a red cell looks like almost like a donut or disc, but when these cells get stressed, this abnormal hemoglobin causes the red blood cell to change shape, and it looks like a little kind of half moon sickle.
But while the disease can sometimes lead to fatal complications, Dr. G doesn't believe it's to blame in Lanaya's death.
Only 4 months old. Usually they don't start having trouble until like 6 months. It's unusual to find a baby in this age group die suddenly and unexpectedly from sickle cell disease. Higher on my list, I'd worry about the typical things we would see in this age group, and that would be
I can't believe you did that.
didn't get picked up.
Trump.
At first. Mostly heart abnormalities, but that's something I'll keep in my mind.
What did you get?
But while
I don't know what
Dr.
he
G is
did.
overly concerned about the sickle cell, it isn't long before she comes across troubling evidence.
Oh, you see what he did before his Nashville,
My investigator said she's got a
Speeches?
contusion of
he went to go
nerves
meet
on
the,
her
went to the graveside of one of the other great presidents,
And
Andrew
although
Jackson.
Whitney and Jefferson seem like loving parents, Dr. G can't help but consider the worst possible scenario.
This could be child abuse. And unfortunately, I have to be suspicious, and I'm going to look for that.
But the most frustrating possibility of all is that she might never know what caused the baby's sudden death.
It always bothers me when I can't find the answer. But with children, a lot of times there's nothing wrong with them, either at autopsy or under the microscope. And ultimately, if I can't figure out
What'd you say?
this baby died, maybe
I'll kill
it's
babies.
death.
You kill babies.
You're not going to know.
Oh my God, I did not kill babies. No.
When she was laying down this morning, now she's up.
Who?
Yeah, giraffe.
Oh yeah.
She was laying down, but it's time for that thing to come popping out of that puss eye hole. I wish it turned off.
The fucking TV.
You pussy.
Oh, that one. Oh, it took her 20 minutes to get the fucker back on.
Does the baby look well cared for? Does it have any like really bad rashes?
No, Mom's recording
Rashes,
something.
Things that look like
Yeah.
it's been.
That goes on all day long.
And she was pretty good.
She's recording the fucking show that she's on though.
And then,
What?
I will be looking.
I had to say that,
Any
they-
sense?
That's not.
There was
That's
a
not-
little
Ma!
spot on the scalp that.
You trying to record?
Investigator
He
noticed.
lied.
It looks
It's a recording in process.
That doesn't mean
But
that
I
it's from the intern.
Yeah, that.
Now Dr. G must dig deeper for answers. And she
Oh my God, here it comes.
I want to make sure that head is fine, because that's where most of the child abuse is.
Take that go.
Get the fuck out of here.
This is
Say, don't you bitch.
Man, that's why you run like a little bitch.
The scalp.
I don't know who told you that.
And the moment that we.
Oh, Ken called him
very
sexy.
off is very important, because with abuse and trauma on this age, we may see just a tiny little bit of. some-
I told you, yeah, I was fucking last night.
And some cerebral swelling.
Nasty
And that might be
Well, we'll get that. I'll fuck a brick.
So it's a big moment.
Was you?
The difference between a natural or a homicide. This could be child It is unimaginable.
Whole week off.
But
How you doing? You go back to school Monday?
On me! On me! She look, the Korean president. The Korean president of Peter. Bitch. She stinks on my pants. Smells like nuts.
Every day, Americans
He's a
trust
bitch.
the products they sell. They expect the cars we drive to be safe, medications we take to make us better, and products we use not to fail. But repeatedly, companies break that trust, causing real injuries. Where can Americans go when that broken trust leads to serious harm? To ClassAction.com, the place to learn your rights and hold companies accountable if you've been injured by a product, drug, or company. ClassAction.com. Information, protection, justice.
Yeah, I just saved a whole lot of money by switching to Geico.
Huh. We should take a closer look at Geico. You know, Geico insures way more than cars, boats, motorcycles, even RVs. Geico insures RVs. What's an RV?
I think we've been stuck on for 5 years.
Wait, I'm not a real moose. We've been over this, Jeff.
There's stickers.
I'm not a real moose. Give him some space.
Deep breaths, Jeff.
What's a sticker? Take a closer look at Geico. Rent savings and a whole lot more.
Bitch woke up! We needed a snack. Surviving quick.
I found out the hard way. Not all washes take care of intimate odors. Now I know better. Vagisil Odor Block Wash helps stop odor before it starts for 24 hours of odor protection. So get more from your wash. Get all day freshness. Vagisil.
Right now at Burger King, get 2 cheeseburgers, fries, and a drink for just $3.29. That's 2 flame grilled cheeseburgers, fries, and a drink for just $3.29. It's a big deal on an even bigger meal. Only at Burger King.
Going to rehab to treat an addiction is a big and complicated decision because treating an addiction can't be done with a simple doctor's visit. It's a big commitment that can typically require a month or more of your time. So how do you make such a big decision when you don't even know what takes place at rehab? And how do you pick from 16,000 treatment programs? You shouldn't have to make this big decision in the dark. That's not right. And that's why we created Test Drive Rehab. Test Drive Rehab will give you a front row seat at rehab and detox. No surprises, no guesswork, and you'll see and hear it all. And the best part, Test Drive Rehab is confidential, provided at no charge or obligation, and is available 24/7. Don't avoid treatment that can save your life just because you fear the unknown. Visit testdriverehab.com. You'll be glad you did. Testdriverehab.com. Do it today.
Lose weight, eat healthy, and get in the best shape of your life. Introducing the brand new South Beach Diet, the safe and effective way to lose weight and learn the way to maintain a healthy weight without hunger or deprivation.
Oh no! Little Caesar! What? There's an accident! The road's blocked!
And get 1 week free.
Let it out.
Log down. Weight loss in just 14 days. South Beach.
It fell down. Yep.
Bitches. Shut up, Rick.
He is a pile of nuts. Ooh, what?
Somebody accident with injury. It's gonna be at Carlisle and Jack Boulevard.
No, 2 big people at the same time. My 600-pound wife.
Teams as they face the most extreme cases. Here, be prepared for everything under the sun.
Right place to live. Where else would you live?
Only the
Drama Down Under. Friday again on Discovery Live. Available now on Discovery Live Go and download it from the App Store. Dr. G is examining the brain of 4-month-old Lanaya Delva on the hunt for any signs of a fatal injury.
You have to make sure it's not some kind of abusive or even accidental trauma that causes her death.
Autopsying babies, the stress is very high, and everybody's concerned and fixated on that child. Charges may be pending against parents, so stress is high.
She carefully removes the brain. Her eyes peeled for subtle signs of swelling or bleeding.
Looks normal. I don't see any evidence of any kind of trauma, but I can't rule out trauma at this point. So I'll wait till I see what I get inside.
To begin, Dr. G makes a standard Y-shaped incision from the shoulders to pelvis, just as she would with a full-grown adult.
When I reflect the skin off the rib cage, it's very important to look for fractures. Because in babies, it'll usually indicate some kind of violence and squeezing. I don't see it in her. Thank goodness. So there is no trauma on this baby.
No.
So at this point, I go ahead and take the chest plate off. Okay. I don't have a hard time getting to it.
On the lookout for any congenital abnormalities, she heads straight to an organ high on her list of suspects, the heart.
I look at all the vessels, because some vessels they aren't right. They don't go to the right place in the heart. But none of that showed any congenital abnormality. So that heart's about normal size. This heart looks completely fine. Then I move on to the lungs. I don't know what's going on down here. Our sheet is really congested. The lungs are very dense and they're very wet. It could be the baby is having some type of infection in his lungs. I'm worried about pneumonia.
Delicately, she dissects each lung, searching for the telltale signs of pneumonia, inflammation, or pus.
But no clear-cut evidence of bacterial pneumonia. That looks like from CPR, most likely. Yeah.
Dr. G takes sections of tissue to examine under the microscope. She'll need a magnified view to rule out infection for sure.
So it's time to move on to the abdomen. Hey, Sandy, would you be willing to write these down? Absolutely. I look at the kidneys, I look at the pancreas, I even look at her little uterus, the little baby ovaries, all of that look normal. That's weird, but I do see this massively enlarged spleen. She's only 4 months old. It looks more like a 4-year-old spleen. That's how much it is expanded. Kids, particularly with sickle cell, at the early stage, will have enlarged spleens.
But Lanaya's spleen is over twice its normal size, much larger than she would expect to see in a baby suffering from sickle cell disease.
This one is a little worse and it's a little too big.
As with the lungs,
Okay, I'm getting medicine for sickle cell.
Spleen at a microscopic level to figure out exactly what's going on.
I'll put this together. At this point, nothing's really gelling. The more I click off the list, we're left with why did this baby die? We don't know what's going on. We need to look under the microscope to look at the tissues and what's going on.
Things that sort of cases are very obvious. Sometimes when they're not so obvious, that's when Dr. G will turn to one of her very closest friends, and that's the microscope, so that they'll be able to provide better answers for her.
To get an answer, particularly for the parents, because they deserve an answer.
We wanted to know what had actually happened, because honestly, you tend to blame yourself.
It's It's near closing time on Friday afternoon, but Dr. G isn't heading home just yet. The slides she's been eagerly awaiting have finally arrived from the lab.
I have to look at those last slides before I can make a diagnosis. I want to look at what's going on with this child.
She turns the dial to focus in on the first image, and with one glance, Dr. G believes she can finally explain exactly what led to baby Lanaya's tragic death. It's 9:30 p.m. and Whitney Matthews is rocking her baby girl Lanaya to sleep. It's a typical night for mother and daughter, except Lanaya seems to be a little under the weather.
The baby did have a couple days of kind of sniffles, what felt to be cold.
But when Dr. G magnifies Lanaya's lung tissue, she can see right away that this was no simple cold.
It looks like the baby is having some type of a viral infection in its lung. And the virus really got more into her lungs, a little deeper down than just a head cold. And because of the infection, she wasn't getting enough oxygen in her lungs.
In any 4-month-old baby with sickle cell, the stress of the infection and lack of oxygen would usually cause some sickling. But in Lanaya's case, it has triggered a massive sickle cell emergency.
What's most disturbing on these slides is the amount of sickling that has occurred. All of her cells are sickles, everywhere I looked.
This tells Dr. G that Lanaya must have had an extreme case of the disease. Her fragile red blood cells have mutated from their normal round shape into an oblong sickle shape.
The abnormal shape causes those cells to be more apt to start getting stuck in little small spaces.
The sickle-shaped cells begin to move through her bloodstream, but when they reach the spleen, they're unable to pass through.
The spleen just sequesters and grabs them all up. It's kind of like that Roach Motel. Once the blood goes in, they can't go out.
The blood causes Lanaya's tiny spleen to expand to over twice its normal size, and from there, she begins a rapid downhill decline.
She gets so much blood caught up into her spleen that she's not getting enough to the rest of her body, and she goes into shock.
Eventually, Lanaya's organs begin to shut down one by one, and it isn't long before her heart stops beating altogether.
It was all going on while the baby was sleeping, and nobody had a clue. The family, they did everything right. Logically, it shouldn't have happened. You know, she didn't follow the textbook. It happened at a much younger age than you'd expected. Now, why did she sickle at this age when a lot of babies don't? Some people do have worse sickle cell disease than others. Some people just have higher concentrations of that sickle hemoglobin than others. And she clearly had a bad disease to have such a bad reaction at such a young age.
Unfortunately, even if Lanaya had survived, the disease would have eventually taken a toll.
The baby was going to have a rough road ahead. She would have had a lot of chronic pain and chronic anemia. It's not an easy road to hoe.
However, in recent years, there have been tremendous advances in managing sickle cell disease.
We can treat it much better now. It's actually a medication that helps the sickle cells not sickle so much. And so this has been a boon for people with sickle cell disease.
And while nothing can make up for their devastating loss, these findings also help to bring some sense of closure to Lanaya's parents.
Now we know what actually happened. Just a sense of knowing that it wasn't nothing that we did. Right now, I still be cherishing the moments that I had with her.
You know, it just goes to show you how precious life is and how fast it can be taken away from us. You just never know.
When a man is found dead outside a rundown motel, Dr. G fears the worst.
So, man down, kind of seedy part of town. This could very well be a homicide.
But during the autopsy, she discovers something so shocking she can hardly believe her eyes.
What I found was one of the most remarkable things I'd ever seen.
Then, a teenage boy is traumatized and finds his father's lifeless body at the foot of the attic ladder.
He's obviously devastated to find his dad dead.
And now, his grief-stricken family is desperate to know what took his life so suddenly.
Why him? Why that day? Why that moment? And that's a $1,000 question.
Altered lives, baffling medical mysteries, shocking revelations. These are the everyday cases of Dr. G, medical examiner. As a rule, Chief Medical Examiner Dr. Jan Garavaglia prefers to work with as few distractions as possible.
I don't like a lot of people talking while I'm doing autopsy, and a lot of people don't understand that you know, you're actually concentrating when you're doing an autopsy.
I'd like to do an autopsy with that open.
I'll have my gloves on, I'll have a scalpel in my hand, and I'm getting ready to autopsy, and a detective will ask, what do you think he died from? It's like, hold your horses. I don't like to guess, I like to get to the answer.
And it will take a whole lot more than guesswork to solve the mystery in this next case.
During the autopsy was one of the most remarkable things I had ever seen.
On a brisk winter morning, Hank Johnson arrives at his maintenance job at the Blue Sky Lodge.
He had gotten to work around 6 in the morning, and he was making his rounds.
But as he's taking out the trash behind the motel, he comes upon a startling sight. A man is lying face down on the sidewalk. And as Hank moves in for a closer look, he gets the shock of his life. The man is clearly dead. Shaken, Hank immediately dials 911. Police soon arrive on the scene, followed closely by one of Dr. G's medical investigators.
My investigator goes to the scene to be my eyes and ears.
I want yellow roses. I can yellow roses. What? Yes, ma'am. What are you doing? Dad, I want so red and yellow. I don't have yellow roses.
Investigators had precious little to go on. His body is transported to the District 9 morgue. And now, Dr. G and her team are determined to figure out what claimed his life.
We've got a fellow now we don't know anything about him, so we gotta look for clues. All right, let's see here.
She begins by reading through the investigator's report, searching for any insights into what could have led to his sudden death.
We don't have much history, nobody's telling us much about this fellow.
According to the few who knew him, Victor was a loner who lived in a nearby trailer park until a few days earlier when a fire destroyed his home.
He just had his home burned down and all his possessions. So he was kind of forced to go into this hotel, and now he's dead. Sounds like terrible.
But while Victor's misfortune provides little in the way of clues, it isn't long before Dr. G gets her first promise of lead.
You going around?
What?
Move!
He just checked it about 2 days ago, and he's kind of kind of shaking.
Oh,
I really thought he looked ill. So certainly natural disease could have played a role.
I'm a man.
And you?
Some say it's just a script. A couple lines strung together. Maybe a dot or two. You can't always read what you say. Someone finally asks for it.
Years from now, we have. And that is that when a job becomes available, if you're qualified for that job, you're allowed to bid on it. All things being equal, the prevailing factor shall be seniority. That's what we look for here.
A Holden League spokesman says in a statement filed on your side, in part, we are disappointed that the union chose to reject what we believe to be a fair contract offer. We will strive to resolve this matter in a timely and sincere manner while continuing to deliver the service that our customers expect and deserve. We look forward to union members returning to work following a peaceful resolution of this dispute. For the second straight week, Secret Service arrested a man at the White House. Officials say today a man dropped a bike rack and he was arrested while trying to get to the main perimeter fence. Last week, the man was arrested after spending nearly 20 minutes on the White House grounds. Meanwhile, the vice president is on the road trying to sell the Republicans' plan to replace Obamacare. NBC's Chris Malone has the latest.
Vice President Mike Pence in Jacksonville, Florida, Saturday, making the case for repealing the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, and replacing it with the Republicans' alternative.
The Obamacare nightmare is about to end. It's amazing. Really amazing to think about. Virtually every promise they made about Obamacare when it was passed into law has been broken.
But the plan faces an uphill battle with Republicans in the House. Several already say they'll vote no, with some complaining the plan is too similar to Obamacare.
Just yesterday, President Trump made it clear he supports the bill 100%, and we all do. Every day, more and more members of Congress are getting on board.
The president spent part of the day at his golf course here at Mar-a-Lago Resort. He insisted on Twitter he had a great meeting Friday with German Chancellor Angela Merkel, despite obvious tension between the pair. In his weekly address, the president renewed his promise to roll back regulations and bring jobs back to the U.S.
Let's fight America and hire America. Let's create jobs in America. Let's imagine doing it. And let's build a beautiful future together.
Secretary of State Rex Tillerson wrapped up a trip to Asia Sunday. In Beijing, the Chinese foreign minister urged the U.S. to be cool-headed when dealing with North Korea. But Tillerson has indicated the U.S. is losing patience with its current approach.
I think we share a common view in a sense. The tensions on the peninsula are quite high right now, and that things have reached a rather dangerous level.
China is Korea's largest trade partner. China to use that leverage to influence North Korea's decision.
Come in, Malcolm. He's coming, knocking. That's neat.
It's a goodwill donation
No,
to catch
that's
the
not
attention of police. What was in this motor that worth more than $20,000 in Wyoming?
Let's not. Let's get home. 12 midnight. Why are you waiting about it?
Oh, she won't be on midnight.
Yes, you will be.
No, she didn't tell you that.
Stand.
I can ask right now on my phone.
Oh, God.
Who are you insane?
No, you are.
You insane, Billy.
Manufacturer inventory
You don't have a brain. No, stop right now.
No one knocking on the door in here and making him go.
What's up? Oh my God. Go, Noah.
You don't want to miss it.
What's happening tonight?
Weekends only.
This color green will change the way you think
Yeah.
of hospice. Crossroads ranks in the top
Am I now?
nationwide for hours spent with patients.
By nicotine, right?
Crossroads Hospice and Palliative Care.
That
Expect
happens to
more
me,
from
they
us. We do.
It's truck month. So all of the trucks with low-level rear air suspension, class exclusive landmark storage, and the convenience of Uconnect with an 8.4-inch touchscreen. They're nothing short of groundbreaking. Ram Truck Month is the only place to get America's longest-lasting pickups. Now get a low mileage lease on a 2017 Ram 1500 Express Flat Cab 4x4 for $199 a month.
In case you're just joining us, we want to bring you up to speed on some breaking news. Music legend Chuck Berry has died.
What?
Charles County Police say they were called to a home on Butler Road around 12:40 this afternoon for a medical emergency. They say when they arrived, they found Berry unresponsive and immediately tried to revive him.
No, go!
Berry was pronounced dead 26 minutes later at 1:26 p.m. today. Chuck Berry was 90 years old. Stay with 5 on your side on air and online.
You shut up.
Information on the story
Get back to me.
throughout the evening. French authorities say a man shot dead by soldiers at a Paris airport today is now the subject of a terrorism investigation. NBC's Peter Simmons reports it was the man's second encounter of the day with police.
Another dramatic day in Paris. 2 incidents that the French Interior Ministry says there's a possibility were motivated by terror. The first incident just outside north of Paris, where a French police officer was shot and injured. The second incident, Orly Airport in Paris, evacuated. Thousands of passengers leaving the airport, flights cancelled after a man grabbed the gun from a female soldier. That man then shot and killed. French judicial sources telling NBC News that they do believe that the same man was responsible for both incidents. Investigations now underway as to what his motivation was, whether he had linked to terrorist groups.
According to statements from the soldiers, he said, I quote, "Put your arms down, put your hands behind your head. I am here to die by Allah. Whatever happens, there will be deaths."
He was apparently known by police for criminal activities, but not perhaps on a terror watch list. That's still being clarified. It happened with the Royal Family William and Kate here in Paris. They just appeared here today looking relaxed, talking to children, playing rugby. Royal officials saying they will not be changing their itinerary today. Meanwhile, reports say the man at the center of these incidents was 39 years old. Back to you.
Well, here's some bizarre news to break up the bad. Someone apparently donated the wrong cooler to a Goodwill store in Washington State. The cooler was filled with pot. More than 3.5 pounds of marijuana to be exact. And that is about 60 times more than the 1 ounce people are allowed to carry in Washington State. Cops are reviewing the tape to try to figure out who dropped it off. The marijuana is worth $24,000. Wellspring begins on Monday. Jessica's up next to let us know what we can expect in the last few hours of winter.
Yeah, it's looking like a gorgeous night tonight. A little bit chilly, but tomorrow looks like an even warmer day. And I'm tracking some storms as we head to the first day of spring. Details are up next.
Part of our task is you the public at least.
Good morning to you.
Look out the window and see the people who are looking at us.
Tell that sailor I'm on my way.
Now open the Missouri History Museum, #1 in civil rights, the African American Freedom Struggle in St. Louis, from Dred Scott to recent events in Ferguson, featuring live theater, works by local artists, compelling photos, and more. Admission is free.
Come into Captain D's for our new home-style shrimp for only $4.99, breaded just right and paired with our batter-dipped fish. It's the latest in a variety of fresh-made seafood meals we've been known for since 1969. For full meals starting at $4.99, it's gotta be D's.
Curtis and Brad, I'll ever see Joe for the spring clearance event on all new 2017 Jeeps. SUV, the Cherokee, for $239 a month, or get $3,000 cash back on the hottest SUV in the country, the Jeep Renegade. World's most capable Reefer Wrangler, $229 a month. We pledge to be considerate of your time, transparent on price, to treat you with respect, and to provide full service on Saturdays, just when you need it most.
I'm Curtis Joseph, and we are Oliver C. Joseph in Belleville 103 years.
Why did we design a zero turn that delivers unsurpassed strength and precision? Because while you care about your lawn, you care more about what your lawn comes to receive. This is Jonesville, and this is where it starts at your locally owned Cup Cadet dealer, where you can find expert service, advice, and $200 off select zero-turn mowers for a limited time. To find a locally owned dealer near you, visit CupCadetDealers.com.
This is the Silverado Special Edition.
This is one gorgeous truck.
Oh, did I say there's only one Special Edition? Because actually there's 5.
Nice. Strength and style. It's Truck Month. Get 0% financing for 60 months. Plus, find your tag and get $5,500 on select Chevy Silverado pickups when you finance with GM Financial. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Come into Captain D's for our new home-style shrimp for only $4.99. Breaded just right and paired with our battered dipped fish. It's the latest in a variety of fresh-made seafood meals we've been known for since 1969. For full meals starting at $4.99, it's gotta be easy.
Well, in case you're just joining us or you haven't seen social media, we're following some breaking and some sad news in St. Charles County, where music legend Chuck Berry has died. Police say they were called to a home on Plucker Road around 12:40 this afternoon for a medical emergency. They say when they arrived, they found Berry unresponsive, immediately tried to revive him, but those efforts were not successful. Chuck Berry was pronounced dead today at 1:26 p.m. Chuck Berry was 90 years old. We continue to follow the story, and we will bring you more as we get it. Well, it sounds like a Hollywood script, but police say it was a real-life close call. When burglars broke into a home in Ohio, they were in for a surprise when they were confronted by a 10-year-old boy who was home alone. The boy ordered the burglars to leave, and they managed to call 911. And as Mark Hayes reports, police decided such bravery should be rewarded.
There was a person in my house who was looking for stuff. He had either black or white things. He has like the Halloween mask on. They cut us up, and that's all I got.
He was as cool as he could possibly be under enormous pressure. 10-year-old Preston did at Delhi Township, taking on 3 suspects trying to rob his family.
And then I said, get out again. They pushed me. They ran up the stairs.
For Sarah Witt, the phone call she got was probably equally as frightening. She had just left for work when the intruders burst into her home.
I was terrified and I rushed right back home from work.
It was November 28th, and likely a day Preston and his family will never forget. Cool, calm, and collected as he described the way he screamed for the burglar to get out of his house, chasing them through the home and even outside.
Yeah, I was like, get out, get out. I was screaming at him. I was like, no, just get away. He pushed me away. I was trying to chase him outside, and then they pushed me and said, no, stay in here. And then
Officers from Delhi Township and Hamilton County 911 decided to honor his bravery and courage with the 911 Hero Award. And as modest as he is, Preston says the honor is really pretty neat.
This is an honorable mention. I think it's pretty cool when it says 911 Hero.
Couldn't ask for a better outcome in the fact that he was
What's up, buddy?
Right
there. Go there, right there. Go there.
Well, just it's hard to think about.
Where is
anything
he?
else.
What are you going?
Sad news, and I can tell you, I can see from here that the team was scrambling in the newsroom, finding more information and bringing it to get it. But
You said it wasn't on.
You
get money?
Beautiful.
What are you doing down here?
right now. We got really close to our seasonal average. I'd say around 58. It's gonna be another nice night. It's gonna be chilly with the clear skies and those winds easing down. We're going to see temperatures falling back into the 30s overnight. Today we reached around 58, and our average is 57, so it's very close. Not really close to our record high. Finally, we've had some really warm weather in the last several weeks, but we'll continue to be around average for tonight and for the rest of the weekend. Right now, I'm mainly clear sky on 5-year side right now. Still coming out of the northwest.
What's that?
Cool, but those will start to die
Give me a minute.
overnight hours. High pressure, stay right today and for tomorrow.
I guess that's
from Buffalo West. That
yeah,
will start
put
into
that, put
into our
that.
area tomorrow. That's when the cloud coverage will head towards afternoon, and actually gives a chance for maybe a few spotty showers late tomorrow afternoon, and a chance for storms late tomorrow night into Monday. Our futurecast shows us pretty clear through on sunrise tomorrow, with a chance of a spotty shower and late afternoon. That one approaches cloud increase.
God.
For us until Monday morning, we have a chance of some storms. Better chance is going to be off to the north and to the east. Of course, that will sweep in late Monday. That's going to give us a chance for a few showers late Monday night into Tuesday, and actually cool things down quite a bit as we head towards Tuesday evening. Your precipitation chances really don't increase until after midnight tomorrow night. We'll watch for a couple of stronger storms late tomorrow night to early Monday morning, especially well north of St. Louis. We have a couple areas that have some larger snowflakes. For the weekend, it is looking very nice. We've got temperatures that will stay near 60 degrees for tomorrow.
All right, Jessica, thank you very much. Next is sports. Vashon boys basketball team with their town, Harvard Class 4A final at the Zoo Arena this afternoon. Audrey and
Come on, you fucking man. What are you done for?
The Lexus Command Performance Sales Event is here, where the feeling, craftsmanship, and luxury will last, but the offers will not.
You so fucking say it. You check it. You should take me down. It's not on your back. Maybe I just stop looking.
Aaron Klein lead the Wolverines to back-to-back titles, and his players didn't let him down. Ray Gilbert, the lob, and Joseph Reed puts on the finishing touches. That'll get the crowd going. Rashawn really slowed the game down, but pushed it at times. Daniel Ferris, the pretty bounce pass, and Kobe Clark to lay in, and victory never tasted so sweet. Rashawn raises the trophy for a second straight year, 44-32, just final. Well, flashing back to yesterday's first round of the NCAA tournament, this one is too good not to revisit. USC fell behind 6-seeded SMU by double digits, but made a storied comeback. Under a minute to go, Elijah Stewart sets up in the far corner, and he got ice and water in his veins. He knocks it down so the Trojans are up by one. Plenty of time for SMU. Have you heard of Shake Milton? He wants you to know his name if he can be the hero now before time runs out, but he can't get the shot to go. Shake, who, an 11th-seeded USC, pulls the stunner the final 66-65. The St. Louis Blues return to the ice tonight, but in Arizona, and against a Coyotes team that is not going to make the playoffs. But with that being said, how do the Blues plan to approach this one? Well, not any differently than every
it would be a huge mistake on our part to say that we've gotten through the top part of the schedule. These are teams
Where you go?
that generally they're 500 teams because they play with they play loose and those games get dangerous.
It's that time of year where the Cardinals are starting to trim their spring training roster, and today the club announced that pitchers Luke Weaver and Mitch Harris have been assigned to their minor league camp, meaning 51 players still remain in the big league camp as they hosted the Mets this afternoon. And believe it or not, the former Heisman Trophy winner turned baseball player Tim Tebow did some damage against Michael Wacha at top of the second. He rifled a line drive to left field. It loads the bases, and it set up this. Matt Reynolds comes to the plate, hits a sacrifice fly that scores Wilmer Flores, and the Mets take a 2-1 lead. In 2 more innings, Wacha gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, struck out 4. Mets beat the Cards again today.
Hello, Dad. Mom. You going to bed?
It has to be a big night at the Saturday Center for Missouri Wrestling Team, and after the Tigers have 3 wrestlers competing in the finals of the NCAA Wrestling Championship. A lot of guys will be on the senior David Fox
sit down and get
for national titles for years. And if he beats Minnesota's Brett Favre in the finals tonight, it will put him in the record book that we do. No Tiger wrestler has ever won 3. Plus, he has the chance to do it in his hometown state. So, what does all of that mean to him?
Come on.
It would mean that I only have a 2-hour bus ride back home. To be honest, no, it didn't mean the world to me. I came here, 2 years ago, and I didn't get what I wanted. The big thing about life right now for me is that you don't always get chances to go back and redo things over again. And I get an opportunity to do that again, and that's really driving me.
The championship finals, they start tonight at 7 o'clock. You had the luxury of covering him in Rio. Exactly.
He's the man I want to be when I grow up someday. He's just an unbelievable individual and a phenomenal wrestler. I think his mom said that he goes first in that, I believe.
Yeah, he'll be really early, so obviously if you want to watch him, you want to tune into ESPN. It's probably right at the beginning around 7 o'clock so that you can see what he does. He has a chance to make history, which is exciting.
And whatever happens, he'll have something that inspires to say afterwards. Happy with what we brought to the ring. It's going to be an interesting week in the weather.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Definitely spring-like, really warm Monday, first day of spring, and then we have storm chances in that.
All right, we'll have much more on the passing of Chuck Berry coming up at 6 o'clock.
It seems to be mental distance.
By college team, a man gotta take care of his family. Everything that going to you fences on Blu-ray today. The best suit you'll ever own is the one you design yourself. One that fits you perfectly, with personalized details, the finest Italian fabrics, and it's made right here in America. Custom suits by Joseph Abboud, exclusively at Men's Warehouse. You will never have enough land.
What is he doing? Back it.
Sundance TV.
Look at that back. Yeah. That.
I just want to see what kind of a nut farm you were running here. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, sir, but the 4077 is just your run-of-the-mill.
Why you calling me? What? I can't fucking moment. I can't hear. I want to hear.
Sir.
Right.
Get ready for Mucho Mayhem.
We are in the presence of greatness.
Mucho Martinis. And Mucho Clinger.
You got Saturday to my store.
Mucho Mash, the best of Clinger, continues next. Part of Mucho March.
Fire ceremonial salute.
It's San Diego.
Fire the salute, Private.
Yes, sir. I'm all right. Okay. How many darn doors, sir? Excuse me?
Now then, during Colonel Blake's absence, I will act in his capacity. So if there are any problems, you may bring them to me or to our fine adjutant here, Major Bourdain. And talking to the Major is the same as talking to me, since we are intimate with each other at all times.
He said, Emma.
Yeah. You shaved today, soldier? Yes, sir. Well, tomorrow, try with a blade and a razor. I want this man to report, Corporal.
Oh, what's the chart, sir?
Heavy beard in combat zone. Hi, Frank. One bit. She's speaking again.
He's a proud hotel owner, but Jim is frustrated. The rapid convention has come to town, and none of the visitors stay in his amazing hotel. Why should you care? Well, they looked on popular websites that don't have this hotel, so you wouldn't have known it either. However, on Trivago, you never rely on one or even several websites because Trivago searches more than 200 of them. That way you find your ideal hotel for the best price. Visitors, rabbits, and Jim like that about Trivago, and so should you. Hotel, Trivago.
Silly kidneys. This morning was a very good year.
I dreamed I was walking along the beach with my mother. There was this giant, bleached out Frank Burns lying on the sand. His white belly shining in the sun.
Pierce.
said, Mommy, can I touch it? And she said, be careful, son. The dullness rubs off.
Very amusing. There's your officer of the day.
I pass. Give it to somebody else.
You're it, and that's an order. There's your armband and logbook. Here's your belt, holster, and sidearm. There's also a sash and sword that goes with it.
Just in case we're attacked by the Saracens.
Well, you have to do a tall ambidextrous.
I will not carry a gun, Frank. When I got into this war, I had a very clear understanding with the Pentagon. No guns. I'll carry your books. I'll carry a torch. I'll carry a tune. I'll carry on, carry over, carry forward, carry brands, carry me back to old Virginia. I'll even carry if you show me how, but I will not carry a gun.
All right, Captain Frady Cat. Here are your orders, mister. Bye, Frank. That was totally uncalled for.
Emptiest poster in the West.
I do believe it's a new sheriff in town.
That's right, stranger. And I'm going to make everybody in this town do just what I want them to do. I think I'll start with a girl.
That's at $1,600, sir, all secured.
Very good, Radar. Your report is concise, informative, and makes no sense whatsoever.
Thank you, sir. Any orders, sir?
Yes, take an order. All the troops can go home. We're declaring peace and a general amnesty. You're free too. I'll give you $10 for a new suit later.
Well, I'm going to need your signature.
I'm not signing anything. You're not putting the war in my name. For all I know, Henry didn't keep up the payments. What's this job like? I'm a new man here. I'm still working down the sales.
Well, you just have to be on duty in case stuff happens. Inspect the place, do a bed check. You probably want to handle that personally.
You can inspect the nurse's showers. Then I give you a birthday present.
Yes, sir.
Starter Willis reporting, sir.
Guard needs to be changed, sir.
Okay, change him and get him out of here.
Sir, they need to know the password.
I would certainly think so. What was it yesterday?
Diddy Boop.
I like it. A not pretentious little password, but it's got sex. Take it off a winner.
Orders for the guard, sir?
Be brave, be loyal, be true. And keep your white flags handy just in case. Good night, guard. Sleep well.
Sir. Sir? Sir?
Go away, Radar.
You're going to sleep.
I'm not sleeping. I'm inspecting the inside of my eyelids.
Business, sir. Local indigenous personnel requesting medical attention. This is his ID card.
Kim Luck. Age 42, 5 feet 6, occupation farmer. Hello? Looks like an axe wound. Might need a stitch or two. Take Mr. Luck to the hospital and ask the duty nurse to fix him up. Got his shot.
This way, please. Eddie Truman. Number 1, G.I. Joe.
I'm telling you, stop by. Sounds like somebody's pulled up to our gas pump.
Where the hell is everybody? Hit it again, Sergeant.
Knock it off, buddy. Awake at the war. Well, look who's here. Colonel Flagg, our friendly undercover over-anxious intelligence man.
Do I know you? Then don't try to deny it.
Of course you know me. Olivia de Havilland.
Captain Perkins.
Pierce.
That's what I said, Captain Pierce.
Robert Perkins.
4, maybe 5 months ago, here on an investigation, right?
Right. We still have one of your hidden mics in our latrine. We thought we'd make an album for you.
I got a wounded gook here.
You got a wounded person here. Who wounded him?
I did.
Look how that figure. He's in shock. You did nice work. Stretch your case on a double. He's a civilian.
He's not Korean Army. Out near an ammo dump. Taking him to Seoul.
He's still breathing, you are.
We stopped on the road, and he ran. I put a couple into him.
Of course you did. How could you resist?
Patch him up fast, Doc.
Prep him for surgery. Start him on plasma stat.
About a 2-inch cuff on the pants. Will be just a unit, Capitan.
Plenty of room in the seat. Hey, hold on. His brain's at the
This must be you, the tailor, Captain Pierce. Honored, sir.
Honored. Your name will be true and your flying's always straight.
You're a kid to the best. $12.
There's nothing wrong with a single-breasted Kleenex. Oh, that should bag up nicely. I need you. Flag is here. Army intelligence.
That's a contradiction in terms.
He's got a wounded North Korean prisoner prepped and ready.
Oh, I'm with my tailor. Get Frank.
Frank is on duty, which helps keep down the mortality rate. Hold it.
Those are Mr. Hughes' boys.
Marshall and Elroy. I know these two claw machines. They were here a couple of months ago. Damn.
Yeah. They did.
And the refrigerator was stored in.
Those two kids?
Their pictures are in the post office in the juvenile section. Wait, unload, man. Unpocket yourselves. Come on. Are you their real father or did they steal you? Sister Klinger, I seem a little ugly. Sir, I caught him trying to sneak out of camp. I was just out for a walk. Looking for an all-night Odita? I just wanted to get the soul for a few days, sir. What are you trying to do to me, Klinger? I'm officer of the day. You go AWOL hanging on me. Sorry. While officer of the day, Captain Pierce did allow Harry Nunn to desert. I feel like that on your record. Sir, I wouldn't care if my record said I was a bedbug. Slip it into something secular. And stay put. If I don't get some time off, I'm going to stick my nose into a chopper blade. When the colonel comes back, I'll ask him about a pass for you. Bless you, sir. Claire, love your feeds. Any calls for me while I was in?
Somebody said we could ask this.
Oh, really? Someone? You kids are going to have to stop stealing. Why don't you go to bars and roll an officer like other children? Come on. What's up, Raider?
Well, Indigenous personnel's against sir requesting medical attention. That's his ID card.
What, do we advertise a weekend special? Hey, look. It's the second one we had today.
That's what it learns sometimes, sir.
Can you identify yourself?
This is me.
Yeah, well, I guess you wouldn't kid me about a thing like that. Bring him to the hospital. This must be a lucky day.
I don't like people kibitzing when I operate. I didn't ask you. That's why I'm answering. Just do your job, I'll do mine, mister. Not going to get anywhere being a softie.
What's he counting up for?
Said he has to watch.
We'll let you know if we find any microfilm in the kid's bladder.
I'm only going to say this once. That's my prisoner. There where he goes, I go. You read me?
Like a cheap novel.
Just stitch him up. I want him put together and put together fast. Your concern is touchy. I have to get the soul.
Save the kid's life so you can take it away from him?
You got it.
Beautiful.
War.
Thanks.
Men's Warehouse has you covered. Dress down with our casual package. Sport coat or soft jacket, woven shirt and pants for $1.99. Suit up with our suit package. A suit, dress shirt, and tie or pocket square, also $1.99. Men's Warehouse.
Holland America Line offers the most carefully crafted journeys at sea, creating unforgettable experiences for guests all over the world. From special access to Alaska's unspoiled Glacier Bay, to an overnight in Copenhagen, so you can enjoy the city's evening magic. Explore the 4 corners of the earth and the 7 seas. Come, savor the journey, only on Holland America Line. Call your travel professional or visit hollandamerica.com.
Known for its perfect storm of tiny bubbles, it has long been called the champagne of beers. Welcome to the High Life.
We've got the beer.
I'm going to show you some of the guys on the match. Which one do you like best?
I'm the middle guy. Maybe first to the left.
First guy? Last guy. Right now you don't have to fight over guy. You're sold. And you've got some options.
Options are weekend.
Match. Start for free today.
Match 4077.
One of the greatest shows in TV history is on AMC.
How did you know that?
That's what you called me.
At your service, sir.
You dirty rat.
Match. Sunday mornings on AMC.
I love Chewy.com because it makes shopping for my pets so easy. No more walking around huge bags of kibble. It comes right to my door. With Chewy.com, I can place an order for food, litter, and treats and get fast, free shipping. Between the kids, work, and the pets, life is pretty busy. But thanks to Chewy, I have extra time for these guys. Chewy really is the best way to shop for your pets.
Save 20% on your favorite brands and get fast, free shipping. Shop online at Chewy.com.
To the insane, this is chaos. Through mastery comes harmony. Hennessy VSOP privilege. Never stop. Never settle.
Goodbye, guys. Tired of your bladder always cutting into your day? You may have overactive bladder or OAB. We really need to get with the program and see the doctor. Take charge and ask your doctor about Rivetric Mirabegron for OAB symptoms of urgency, frequency, and leakage. It's the first and only OAB treatment in its class.
Mirvetric may cause serious allergic reactions. If you experience swelling of the face, lips, throat, or tongue, or difficulty breathing, stop taking Mirvetric and tell your doctor right away. Mirvetric may increase blood pressure. Tell your doctor right away if you have trouble emptying your bladder or have a weak urine stream. Mirvetric may affect or be affected by other medications. Before taking Mirvetric, tell your doctor if you have liver or kidney problems. Common side effects include increased blood pressure, common cold symptoms, urinary tract infection, constipation, diarrhea, dizziness, and headache.
Okay, time to do this. Don't let your bladder always take the lead. Ask your doctor if Mirvetric is right for you, and visit Mirvetric.com to learn more.
I know. Need to talk about this.
It's time.
And it is a big decision for us. Let's take the $1,000 in cash back.
Great.
You want to get one of those gaming chairs with the speakers?
Oh, you do? That's a surprise.
The Volkswagen 3 and Easy event. And you can choose one of 3 easy ways to get a $1,000 offer. Hurry into your Volkswagen dealer now and you can get $1,000 as an APR bonus, a lease bonus, or cash back.
Wednesday, will you become cops or criminals? When you're facing a loaded gun, what's the difference? Webster was released, one called inside the Special Investigations Unit. What do I get? You know who I am. Getting the feeling you got a cop in my crew.
Yeah, let me do it right away. He's gonna find out who I am and he's gonna kill me.
Wednesday, The Departed at 6:30, immediately followed by a new episode of Captain Leonard at 10 on Sundance TV.
Will you believe me? You got the wrong number. Wait, 1 second. I can't give you an infantry charge. We're only doctors. The best we can do is storm the enemy and take their tonsils out. How do we try it this time?
Pretending to be a business girl.
Klinger, where did your mother and I go wrong?
How's it going? What's the matter? Afraid you'll die and ruin your weekend? What's it? One of your slugs for your charm bracelet. All right, take any irrigation pump.
Billy.
Are you out of your sadomasochistic mind, sir?
Okay, when?
Well, it's hard to say. Very hard. Dr. Pierce here has had a lot of experience in moving patients that are about to be executed.
It was my postgraduate specialty. Blindfold and last cigarette, 102.
All right, slide him out, put him on a stretcher. I'll take the responsibility. We'll have to confer on that.
Yeah, it will only be a minute. Unmute yourself. Take some fingerprints. Break somebody on the rack. I'm not fixing my ground blast burner.
We are not going to let him take that 16-year-old kid down to Seoul and put him against the wall.
I'm with you, Robbie.
Storm?
Big storm.
Colonel
colonel.
Where do you want?
There's a medical consideration which supersedes the military.
Lord, not here.
That man is still unconscious.
He's not here.
Release him in that condition.
You read that one?
Oh, he's right here laying on the floor.
I want to talk to you.
He's right here laying on the floor.
You going to execute him instead? How what? He's down in Tokyo attending a series of medical conferences. And asking for Keldix. We're going to reach it. You could try Madam Chang's whoopee parlor. Or the Pachinko Palace. He's in the semifinal.
Got with cute pie, thank you.
Thank you.
Who's your second in command?
Major Frank Burns, MD. Manic depressive. It's an honorary title.
Also schizoid.
He's in 2 bumps.
You clowns are pushing me around pretty good, cooperation-wise.
Not to mention white guy wise.
If I lay a charge of obstructing military justice on you, you're going to have a suit full of trouble.
What could they do? Send us to the front? Or at the front? Maybe they'll put us in front of the front.
Can I see you?
Sir, it's important.
What's wrong, Radar? Your slight but sturdy body is all trembling.
You know who, what I sleep with?
Yeah.
Well, it's gone. I've looked everywhere, so you gotta help me find it.
Have no fear, Radar. We'll look in every tent. We'll conduct a louse-to-louse search.
Oh, you're going to sign on my prisoner?
Colonel, I have a more important problem with my one of our teddy bears is missing. You're being foolish. We have ways of making it talk.
Here, I want to work with you.
Radar, take him downtown and book him.
Oh, yes, sir.
Come on.
Captain Pierce, Mr. Bragg would like to talk to you as acting commander.
Good, I like I'm listening.
You went and got him off.
They bet he found him double parking in a erogenous zone.
What a mouth.
Just you never mind where we were, nosy Nate.
Captain Pierce, Major Burns, acting commander, and I, his adjutant, have been informed that you and Captain McIntyre refused to release Colonel Flagg's prisoner.
Meanwhile, Aunt Martha, having taken a trap in the woods, is lying in a ditch at the edge of town.
A dozen medical units I have to pull into a funny farm.
The kid's too sick to travel. He could die between here and Seoul.
I'll take that chance.
Oh, you'll take that chance. Nice.
Colonel Flagg's prisoner is a spy. You have no right to interfere.
While we're on spies, ask the Major about the secret pocket in her garter belt.
If I didn't hate violence, I'd kick you.
Would you? With high heels?
Get off the pot, Major. Lean on them.
Yes.
Right. All right. Now, hear this. I order you to sign.
Sorry, we can't take any new orders till after Christmas.
You can't disobey him. He's a major.
Hold on, just a minute. He's only got 2 clusters. Between us 2 captains, we've got 8 bars. We outrank you by half a chorus.
Major Burns, I just thought of something. Besides being acting commander, you are also a doctor.
Hey, that's right. Frank's a doctor. How about that? Your secret is safe with us, you son of a gun. Certainly your patients will never know.
You can release the prisoner.
I can? Oh, I can. Said that I can't. Now, this requires 2 doctor signatures.
Oh, forget. I'm not going to do
it. Right. I have had it with you fruitcakes. That's my boy in that hospital. I caught him and he's mine. I'm taking him to Seoul.
Okay, you got your body, Flag. It's your war, not mine.
This'll teach you, eggheads, not to screw around with intelligence.
Foreman? They promised him a trip to Seoul.
What are new Lay's Poppables? They're unstoppable bites of snackable fun. A delightfully crunchable, curiously catchable, crispy and airy potato popped original. That's a Poppable. All new Lay's Poppables. Taste the possibilities.
Anticipating. Touching. Seeing. Hearing. Feeling. Gripping. Stirring. Escaping. Everything you get from a sports car. For great XE offers, visit your General retailer during the Impeccable Timing sales event.
I usually take off my bra right when I get home, but I love wearing my Alice Easy Fit from TrueandCo.com. It's like your favorite t-shirt, but it's a bra, and it gives me all the right support. You just have to try it for yourself. Get your Alice Easy Fit only at TrueandCo.com. I wish I had time to take care of my portfolio, but
What are you doing tomorrow? 10 a.m.
staff meeting,
3:45.
Tai Chi,
6:30.
Sam's facial lesson.
You are busy. But it'd be great if you had investments that worked as hard as you do.
Yeah.
Introducing Essential Portfolios, the automated investing solution.
Have you seen the thousands and thousands of deals on DealDash.com? Keitha won a brand new tablet for less than $4 on DealDash.com. Do not miss the next deal. Get electronics, appliances, gift cards at 90% off or more. Go to DealDash.com before someone else gets the next deal. So sign up right now. But hurry, everything must go. Go to DealDash.com.
Attention parents of children with cerebral palsy. If you suspect a medical mistake may have occurred at or near the time of birth, call Science and Kirk for a free legal consultation. Financial compensation may be available for children diagnosed with cerebral palsy, Erb's palsy, or another birth injury. A lifetime of medical care can cost millions of dollars. Protect your child and find out what legal rights may be available.
Call 1-800-296-5086.
We travel far from Chicago and work year-round to grow great hops. There are no shortcuts to Goose IPA. We don't need to be the only beer you drink. We just want to be the best beer you drink.
Introducing Tidy Gats Lightweight with Glade Green Blossoms. Our newest odor-fighting scent gives you the power of choice, plus the power of pleasant, exclusively in lightweight. Every home, every cat, there's a Tidy Gats for that.
12 blades, 11.5 moisture strips. It's the best shave that will ever be possible. Didn't you guys say that about the last one? No, that one only had 11 moisture strips. Primitive. And next-gen breakthroughs, like this laser chin detection system, don't come cheap. Let me look at the financing options for you.
Hey man, you don't need to pay for all that to get a great shave when you can ride off on this for just a few bucks.
Try our best razor for $1 with free shipping at DollarShaveClub.com.
When we moved, we didn't have anything, so we used OfferUp. We furnished our house with awesome things people nearby were selling, and we got to know our new city.
Now we have furniture and friends.
OfferUp is free to use. Find anything you want nearby.
You break a log like
Don't know. Never been attacked by a tree.
It's the Sunday night must-watch Mucho Macho movies with Mucho Miyagi. Great films that break the mold, pack a punch, and bring the mojo.
Bad boys, bad boys.
Sunday, it's Mucho Kiki and Mucho Miyagi. The Sunday night must-watch Mucho Macho movies. The Karate Kid 1, 2, and 3 starts Sunday at 6. Mucho Macho.
The North Korean prisoner suspected of espionage recovering satisfactorily. Will be turned over to military intelligence as soon as somebody can be found with military intelligence. Paragraph. Examined, diagnosed, and treated a total of 5 Kim Lucks. A new Kim Luck record I hope will stand for a long time. Paragraph. Property of Corporal O'Reilly returned. Father and teddy bear doing nicely. I guess it's about it, Rainer.
Hey, you guys want to see the pinstripe suit of all time?
He's a great tailor, but with a lousy sense of direction.
Get ready for Mucho Mayhem.
We are in the presence of greatness.
Mucho Martinis.
Smooth.
And Mucho Klinger.
You got succotash on my stove.
Mucho Mash, the best of Klinger, continues next. Part of Mucho March.
What is this?
Something and eggs. The yellow stuff is the eggs.
This looks familiar.
I once cut that up in med school.
I know. And little Italian cigars. Why would I have been clearer?
You know what?
Your death wishes my command. You're in the wrong place, Radar. The emergency's at the front.
Radar, you got that nice air command.
Fine Company 8 stations sustained heavy shelling. Crash 4077 to provide trained personnel until replacements arrive.
That's it.
That's it. Did they enclose a check?
Fine Company's a cheap outfit.
Well, should have said something.
The surgeon's been killed. They need a new cutter, scrub nurse, and a corpsman.
That's all. Huh?
Look, this is a very dangerous mission. I'm not going to blow any sunshine up your skirts. Any volunteers?
I'll go.
What about a surgeon? Sure get quiet.
I don't want anything I say to be misinterpreted.
Yes, fair. No straws.
Oh, sorry, no straws.
Well, what did you got?
Sausage for breakfast.
I told you they weren't meant to be eaten. Okay, whoever draws the short sausage volunteers. Good luck. Talk.
I should be excused. I'm single. I have the most kids.
You're making a mockery of this.
I wouldn't make a mockery of throwing burnt sausages out of a bed can to take a volunteer for the Purple Heart.
Right?
I don't suppose there are 3 long sausages in there. Then I volunteer. Hi, Lucky.
Welcome aboard.
Okay. Now we gotta find someone to do the corpsman job.
I have the personnel cards right here, sir.
Just my luck, I'll get a lemon.
Pick one.
I don't trust you, Henry. You always got something up your sleeve.
Oh, that's fine. All right, Father, you pick one. You do trust Father Mulcahy.
They said I should on all my money. If you can't believe your money, who can you believe?
Here we go.
Terrific. I'm not getting my brains out to get sent home. This assignment will get me there in a box.
Oh, no.
If I don't come back, this pink strapless number should go to that big job. The blonde from Minneapolis.
Yeah, she'll keep it up. She built like a brick blockhouse.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going.
Yeah.
Promise you'll go out with other doctors.
Yeah, right. And when you come back, knock twice and give me 5 minutes.
And I expect to find all my aftershave. And mark the bottle. I need that stuff as my secret weapon.
You don't drink it.
Are you crazy? That'll kill you. I just gargled. Must be rough at the front.
This is the movies.
There's a letter in my locker.
Okay.
It's my will.
Right.
I'll leave everything to the Benjamin Franklin Pierce Memorial Brothel.
I'll deliver it in person.
Shall we drink it Douglas MacArthur or Ishka Bibble?
I don't know. They both mean so much to me.
Okay, let's drink to something important.
To the Ridley Brothers.
Keep trading, okay.
Come back soon. I need to play solitaire alone.
Flat tire, sir. Good thinking, Klinger.
Watch the sniper.
Yes, ma'am. Is this more clever than saying they ran out of gas? They will range an entire Korean War by the time I got to a Walmart.
Yeah, we'll have the tire change in 3 days.
You'll have it changed.
Wait, imagine, we can't risk you hurting your hands.
I'm not gonna let a woman do it.
Don't think of me as a woman.
Don't stand the profile. Is it so ungallant?
Consider it an order. You are under me.
Would twirlers learn? What?
The least you could do is get out of the Jeep.
Oh, never let it be said I didn't do the least I could do.
We've never known this is an aid station.
Our Red Cross got blown off of the roof. I finally make a house call and the house is gone.
Like a clock.
Pierce. Never you want to start that man on plasma right away? I'll do the initial triage out here, and once they start operating, you will have to take care of it, all right? Find some place for this man to lie down, will you? All right, we'll make this our sterile area, Margaret. We'll operate right on the litters. They're about as sterile as anything we've got. Put up in these saucers. Clear? Prep this packages over there. Get a table or a box so they put the instruments up. Yes, sir. All right, we're in business. When you're all through, we'll print the invitations. Yes, sir. Yeah, get some of those and pour out alcohol.
This is Bumpy calling Snow White. Bumpy calling Snow White. Come in, Snow White.
This is Snow White. How you doing, Klinger?
We're setting things up.
Is it terrible?
It'll take a little work before it's only terrible.
Who is that?
My local assistant on a flat tire. They're showing us with live shells. Exploding live shells. This is Bumpy. Signing off.
All right, so Snow White over now.
Good luck, Grumpy.
Doctors have breakthroughs. Scientists have breakthroughs. Superheroes have the ability to break through walls. And well, here's another breakthrough. The Kia Niro. It's loaded with really smart technology and it's fun to drive. Plus it gets over 40 mpg combined. That's more than any other crossover. Whoa. Did we just break through a breakthrough? You're kind of blowing my mind, Kia.
Guys, what's happening here?
Hey, Nicole. This is my new alert system for whenever anything happens in the market. It's a natural.
The Thinkorswim already lets you create custom alerts for all the things that are important to you.
Alerts on anything at all?
Not only that, you can act on that opportunity with just one tap right from the alert.
Wow. I guess we don't need a kid anymore.
Custom alerts on Thinkorswim, only at TD Ameritrade.
There's nothing more important to me than my vacation. So when I need to book a hotel room, I want someone that makes it easy to find what I want. Booking.com gets it. They offer free cancellation in case I decide to go from kid-friendly to kid-free. Now I can start relaxing even before the vacation begins.
Your vacation is very important. That's why Booking.com makes finding the right hotel for the right price easy. Visit Booking.com now to find out why we're Booking.yeah.
In that neighborhood, it was almost impossible to get what we could afford. So I set up alerts to say, if anything in this area ever comes below a certain price point, it just popped up one day and I was like, oh God, we have to go see it. It's a really wonderful neighborhood. And then to add on to that, how wonderful the house is so cool.
Whatever home means to you, we'll help you find it. Zillow.
A fresh remix of natural flavors, cherry blossom, gold apple, and orange blossom. No artificial flavors or colors. Award-winning Strongbow hard ciders.
We always give our customers 100% when it comes to better pizza. And now we're showing our appreciation with 50% off.
Now at Papa John's, get 50% off any regular menu price pizza when you order online with promo code PAPA. That's right, 50% off. Papa John's.
Well, the fallout continues against Rachel Maddow. Yes, she just got some bad news from NBC.